Hello everyone, and welcome back to Storytime with Mr. Jerome, where we tell stories that matter. We're going on an adventure today. Our story is titled On the Moon, written by Anna Milbourn and Benji Davies. Parents, if you want a copy of this book when we're done, there'll be a link in the description that you can follow if you would like to purchase a copy for yourselves. Let's start reading. I'm so excited to read On the Moon. I love the idea of space. I think it's really interesting and exciting, and this is going to be teaching us all about what it would be like to be on the moon, so I can't wait. Let's get started.
On the Moon by Anna Milbourn and Benji Davies. The moon is very, very far away. What do you think it would be like to go there? A few people have been to the moon. Astronauts went there to see what it was like. If you went to the moon, you'd be an astronaut too. To get to the moon, you have to go in a huge rocket. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. The astronauts sit in a tiny cabin at the very top. The rocket flies into space. There's nothing but stars and darkness all around. It takes 4 whole days to reach the moon.
4 whole days? I don't know about you, but I've never been on a vacation where we had to sit in the car or in the airplane for 4 whole days. That would be too much. Imagine they're in a rocket that's traveling even faster than a car or an airplane, and even then it still takes 4 whole days without stopping to get from Earth to the moon. That's how far the moon is from here.
When you get there, you climb into a little spaceship. It flies down and lands gently on the moon. To go outside, you have to put on a spacesuit. There's no air on the moon. Spacesuits carry air so you can breathe. The moon is silent, empty, and dusty. There are huge mountains and big holes, but there are no trees or water, no animals or people. On the moon, you feel very light and floaty. When you walk around, you take big bouncing strides. You can jump really far, much further than you can at home. Astronauts sometimes go exploring in moon buggies. They collect moon rocks to bring back home. They take photos to show people at home what the moon looks like. Astronauts put a flag on the moon to show they have been there. You can see our world from the moon. It looks tiny because it's so far away. When it's time to go, the astronauts blast off for home. The moon is left almost as it was before, apart from a flag in a buggy and some footprints in the dust. Do you think you'll ever go to the moon?
What do you think? Do you think you'll ever go to the moon? I don't know. Maybe you will. Wouldn't that be exciting? Now, astronauts are not these made-up things. I hope you know that. This is all true. There are really people who've gone to the moon, and we're going to talk more about them in our Learning Minute.
Know that people have actually gone to the moon? That's right. Today's story wasn't made up. People from many different countries have made the long and dangerous flight from down here on Earth all the way up to the moon. These brave men and women are called astronauts, and they have to train for many years to prepare for their missions out into space. Being an astronaut is very hard. Some astronauts are pilots who learn how to fly the spaceships and make sure that all the astronauts get where they're going safely. Some astronauts are scientists who learn how to go into space and do experiments to make new discoveries. Here's a question for you to discuss with your parents. What do you think it would be like to be an astronaut?
I hope you enjoyed that Learning Minute, and I hope you enjoyed today's reading of On the Moon. Thank you so much for joining us today at Storytime with Mr. Jerome. Join us this Friday at 7 p.m. for another story that matters. Until then, be safe, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Goodbye.